Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
These people that talk about pressure's part of life, how many of you go to work every day and there's 11,000 people screaming at you while you're trying to fill out that form? I mean, give me a break. Go to work tomorrow and let's bring 11,000 people with you to scream at you and say, Doug, you're not any good. You're great Monday through Thursday, but on Friday, you're always terrible. I mean, let's see how you do that day. Come on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
Do you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Boys, I got to tell you, I thought last night was as good a Thursday night of college football as I can remember in a while. You know, usually you have one game on Thursday night. I mean, it starts at 4:30 yesterday. Boise gets blown out, and you got Drake Lindsay on TV right up to bedtime. I mean, it was a good night of college football.
Normally you don't get that good.
No, you do not.
Especially early on, week one.
No.
And you got to see Drink. You got a lot of Drink.
Yeah,
You're going to see
Missouri.
Eli Drinkwitz on the sideline looking, like he looks.
I was hoping UCA could put up a little bit of a fight.
They scored at the end.
Yeah.
I thought that was sweet.
Yeah.
That they were able to.
I didn't expect them to win, but I thought it might be
cute.
a little closer.
No, it was cute. We needed them to score, and they did. And it was 61-6 or something.
Yes. Did you see all that construction they had going on at their football stadium?
I saw an announcement earlier this week that they're going to have a brand new $250 million renovated stadium.
That SEC money makes a difference.
No, Kansas doing it's what made a difference.
Oh, is that what happened?
I mean, what do you think?
Is that what happened?
What do you think?
Well, maybe a combination of
good
the two.
mercy. That program's going to renovate their stadium. We got to do something about this dump.
That's fair.
Can we move the rocks?
They did say last night that the Rock M would be back.
Oh, good.
When it was done.
Good.
That they would bring the Rock M back. I
was hoping.
You can't have Missouri football without those rocks in the
I was
end.
concerned. I was concerned. Can we have the news conference? Can we have a news conference moved out of a shed? Can we do that? Can it be inside?
Well,
Can you have
for
a media room?
$250 million, you ought to be able to have that.
You would hope. But anyhow, Missouri was on TV. Boise State ranked 25th in the country.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
They look like any average MAC
25th in the country. That's the 25th best team.
No,
bunch of come on, people. Seriously. I'm tripling down on my take on top 25 teams not being the best 25 teams in the country.
The one thing that I will say last night, with the exception of Missouri, I didn't see anybody that had SEC speed. I mean, I watched a lot of good games, good competition, good players, but I didn't see SEC speed on TV last night.
Boy, Buffalo looked pretty good on defense. They couldn't score.
They're going to be one of the favorites to win their league.
Did you get that one right?
I did, yes. They covered.
Bart's gloating this morning.
Let's just start there. What'd you get right?
Well, he expects to win. He expects to win.
Both the picks I handed out yesterday on the show came in.
Just another day. Just another
day. I think I got credit for one of them. But I just got to tell you, Bart, I'm very popular on Twitter.
That's one way to say it.
With a certain group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little cult on Twitter they are really interested in me.
They follow you.
Oh, yeah. They're really interested in me.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
And, well, I don't know. How would you put it?
I
can't wait.
Yeah, well.
Chevy, a fan
I don't know that,
room. Here's Bart.
I mean, if we're going to say, fans, it's definitely fanatics.
Yeah.
They pay attention, though. I mean, they do.
Hey,
remember.
I want to know what people are excited about, what they're looking forward to, and what they want to see. Chuck, this is me. This is my Friday before the first game. This is where I am. You ready? I want to know what your upset of the year is. I want to know how it's going to go, whether it's a record or whatever. Is this whole thing like tell me a story. Tell me a story.
Paint me a picture.
Paint me a picture about this season. Pittman gets carried off the field. Give me, or they don't make it out of Little Rock. Pippen doesn't get on the bus in Little Rock to come back. Whatever it is, give me your story. Pittman is in the playoff, shocks the world. Taylon Green, Heisman candidate. What's your story about the season? Wow. Paint me a picture.
What's the headline?
Yeah.
When it's all said and done,
it
what's
can
the
be
headline?
the whole season at the end. It can be something in the middle. It can be one game. The $500,000, Arkansas is going to pay somebody this year to storm the field. Does anybody
after a 3-minute delay?
Yes.
No.
If you wait 3 minutes, there's no fun.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
they won't
that's the SEC rule, and so they had to put that release out.
When it's not your money, nobody cares.
That's right.
That's just the bottom line.
Well, also, I mean, the idea of a 3-minute wait to then get on the field is just it's not happening. You're not doing it.
You're not
it doesn't
stopping
work.
people. You're not stopping
it does-
On paper, it
70,000
looks good.
people.
It does not.
On paper, it looks good.
Okay.
On
paper, having not thought through it.
In reality,
Yes.
it's going to be hard to pull off.
Yeah, that's very well said.
Thank
because
you.
we do that. We come up with the best intended
That's
plans
my
on paper.
explanation.
And then you get in the car.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Kids, here's what we're going to do. And then you get in the car.
That's right.
And you're like, this isn't, no.
It's not going to work.
That's not going to.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. That's Bart, when he's thinking about just, what he's going to do on the weekend. He's got all these big plans. Saturday morning rolls around. He's like, I'm good.
Hey, did you see Bart? I mean, he texted right at the end of the first half of that Nebraska game. He texted that he hit the halftime pick.
I did.
I saw it.
Bart made a comment when he walked in this morning. He's upset that I got credit for the Boise State pick.
Yes, yeah.
For South Florida.
I'm not upset about that.
Killing Boise State. And I think what they were giving me credit for was the top 25 deal. Like, Boise doesn't need to be in the top 25. You're the one that actually said, South Florida was going to call the game or win the game.
Well, I'm the one who said that Boise State's not a top 25 team.
Everything intelligent on this show, at some point, Bart. That's the common denominator right
that's
there.
Not true.
That's the common denominator.
No, really.
I mean, it is.
No,
that's honestly
ridiculous.
He is our base in reality oftentimes.
Does this happen to you? This happened to me at lunch the other day. I was asking Kara about some technological thing, and she tried to fix it, and then she said, why don't you just ask Bart?
Yeah.
Does that happen for you?
Well, I find myself at home
with
thinking,
other
man,
people. You'll be with somebody else,
Oh.
like a friend, and you'll be, hey, can you help me with this? And they try and they can't, and then they say you should probably just ask Bart.
Yeah, maybe a time or two.
It's becoming a thing around town.
People understand.
Sometimes I'll just go to the grocery store and I'll call Bart and I'll be like, where is it?
Yeah.
I mean, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
Oh boy,
you are the glue that
I'm
pulls.
Need a drink by the time this segment's done.
This arts and crafts fair together. That's who you are.
He's like our server. He's like Google. You just like Bart. What's this?
I texted the Lindsay brothers at 5:51, Chuck, and I said, "Good luck getting anything done today. Yeah. Your phone is going to be ringing all day."
It really is. I mean, he looked great.
Drake had a great first start as a collegiate quarterback at Minnesota.
He really did.
And he completed 54% of his passes, but he managed the game well. And there were a lot of, drops and
he
just
made some really
timing.
good throws.
His numbers could have been even better, but he looked good. And, the first thing you think of when you watch him play, at least I do, and I've seen him play, all through high school, but it's mallet. I mean, he just has the way he he's big and he's long and he's got a big arm. But people question his mobility. He's not a running quarterback. But he made several throws, on the run last night.
Well, Mallett's the first thing I thought of when I watched him throw. I mean, because he's, the standard around here, for a drop back passing quarterback. And yeah, I thought of Mallett when I watched him throw last night.
He's fun to watch.
He is.
I have a little, I already have a little Minnesota to watch in me sometimes because we did a show on PJ in 2017.
Rowing the boat.
Row the boat.
Yeah.
Ski 'em off. That's what they have on their helmets.
Oh, okay.
I used to be able to tell you what that meant.
Yeah.
But, PJ's, he's got that fiery thing going. And I don't know how good Minnesota will be this year.
It means victory, by the way.
There you go. But that was fun to watch. Like I
had not watched a Minnesota game in years.
You and I have coaches, friends all over the country. Like Barry Odom, for example. Like I watched a bunch of UNLV last year. I'll watch a little bit of Purdue as long as we can take it this year. But watching some of these guys go play that I mean, Drake grew up in Fayetteville, like right here where we originate the show from, and played high school ball with my son.
Threw passes to your son.
So, yeah. I mean, so you watch these guys and you root for them. And to me, that's one of the things I love about college football is when you have your game and you can watch the Razorbacks play, but when you can sit around, all day on a weekend and you want to watch storylines. Might be somebody might just be some great games we have coming up this weekend. But those were fun games last night. Nebraska, Cincinnati. Who won? I forget.
Nebraska by 3.
I was falling asleep. That was the thing. I couldn't even hang in there for the end.
Oh, I know. I was the same way. I didn't see any of the games in.
It felt like
I had to check the scores
to some extent. It wasn't this, but it felt like the first round of the NCAA tournament a little bit. It's almost like the play-in night last night.
The first
in
4.
Dayton. Yeah. South Florida 34, Boise State 7. NC State 24, East Carolina 17. Missouri 61-6 over the UCA Bears. Minnesota 23-10 over Buffalo, and Nebraska 20, Cincinnati 17.
I got to admit, I took a little bit of extra pleasure in watching Boise State get run off the field. I am not well.
Tell me more.
Maybe this is a flaw with me, but I like the big boys in college football. I never believe that the mid-majors there's always a mid-major that captures everyone's attention. The media loves.
Captures their heart.
Yeah. They start pulling for, David against Goliath. It's human nature. Those teams are never as good as we give them credit for. Boise State one year beat a very average Oklahoma team, certainly not a vintage Oklahoma team. And from that point on, well, what about Boise State beating Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl that year? Well, that was a one-off. And I know Boise State runs a good program, but they've never been as good as people have made them out to be.
Their schedule's usually pretty good. And,
not saying they're not a good program. I'm not saying they've not maxed out as far as but
when they get to the big game at the end of the year, whether it's the playoff or the bowl game, is what you're saying.
That's
when
right.
They run into that kind of team.
They are the class of the non-power schools and have been for a long time. I give them full credit for that. But the idea that they can run with the big dogs at the end of the day, I think that's always been a stretch.
And here we go again. And they're always in the top 25. Let's talk about that. Teams that are always in the top 25 that aren't one of the best 25 teams.
Boise State.
Boise State's one of them.
Yeah.
They sure are. By the way, we've been able to get 15 minutes into the show without you calling Jerry an idiot.
Well, it's not that I haven't thought it.
I mean, what is happening?
I don't know. I'm not a Mavericks fan, so Luka being shipped to L.A. didn't really affect me.
But, man, that's got to be awful in Dallas if you're a fan of both.
Yeah, if you're a Dallas sports fan, I mean, you just like the Dallas area teams. I mean, Luka's gone, and now the best defensive player in professional football is gone. So, I don't know. I mean
not only gone, he's not just gone. They traded him to the Packers.
I know.
To somebody that's going to beat your bleep for years.
I know.
It's going to haunt you for years.
I know.
And they're probably going to win the Super Bowl in a year or two.
Yeah. Yes. Nothing you're saying's inaccurate.
Here's Jerry explaining it all.
Without being too broad, obviously, we did think it was in the best interest of our organization, not only the future, but right now, this season as well. We've gained a Pro Bowl player in an area that we had big concern in on the inside of our defense. Let me go beyond your question. First of all, I want to tell you that I really like Micah. I appreciate the 4 years that we've had him here. He's he's a great player. And so we are very appreciative of the fact that he's a great player. There's no question that I could have signed him in April. And so we all know that to have agreements, all parties have to agree. But this was by design. I did make Micah an offer. It wasn't acceptable, and I honor the fact that it wasn't done in the way that he wanted to do it through an agent. So he was made an offer. There's not an ounce of vindictiveness. There's no bad feelings on my part about the fact that we didn't come together on an agreement. The facts are, and we'll cover it, I'm sure, with many of your questions. Specifically, we need to stop the run. And we haven't been able to stop the run at key times for several years.
So that came down to Micah Parsons?
Well, this Jerry thought he had a deal done in April with Parsons. They did have a deal done. The agent got mad because Jerry negotiated directly with Parsons. The agent said, we're not doing this. So the negotiations essentially reopened. Jerry had a deal done for $41 million. The agent got involved. He signs for $47 million with Green Bay. And the agent killed the deal. I'm sure Jerry's bitter about it. If I was the agent, I'd be bitter that he went behind my back. So it's just kind of like which side of the street you're on. But nobody got better yesterday except the Packers. I mean, that's just the truth.
So whose fault is it?
Well, I don't know. Again,
we got to have somebody to blame.
Well, Jerry over the years, whether it was Emmitt Smith or Irvin or any of those guys, Jerry was a hands-on guy. He didn't go through other people. If he had something to say to you, he came to you. Now, I respect that. By the same token, if I was a player's agent and the owner went around my back and, came to a deal with a player that I thought was short of what he ought to be getting, I wouldn't like that either.
Well, it's not how you're supposed to do things.
Well, the bottom line is the best defensive player in football is not with the Cowboys anymore, so that means they failed.
Yeah, it's your job to figure
That's
that out.
right.
Yeah. The thing about the agent is if you look at it from an agent's perspective, they are there to protect the player. They are there to have the negotiation.
I completely understand both points of view. I really do.
But the player's in charge. He decides whether, he either looks at Jerry and says, hey, talk to my agent. You know how this works. I can't do this. Or, he's in a really bad spot, and so he ends up talking to Jerry, and he, doesn't want to make that situation weird, and then he calls his agent, and then here we go.
Well, we assume that 24 and 25-year-olds, because they're good at football, are good businessmen too.
Well,
they're easily led.
No.
They're very easily led. I'm sure Jerry just led Micah along with a leash when they came up with that deal back in April. And I'm sure that agent put thoughts in Micah Parsons' head that had never been there before about how, these guys are taking you for a ride.
Yeah.
And he's 24, 25 years old, and I'm sure he believes the last person he talked to, just like I did when I was 24, 25. I mean, I was easily led. These are not grown, mature businessmen. I don't care how good a football player they are.
Well, he's a Green Bay Packer today.
Yeah, how about them Cowboys?
Chuck and Bo Show, good morning. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
that's
we don't
all I
want
wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Like doing biscuits and gravy.
Well, I don't mean that.
But I mean eggs, bacon.
Yeah, I'm not meaning that.
But I mean, for this crew, in the morning, it's pretty much two things. It's Chick-fil-A or it's kolaches with a side of donuts.
We don't want any Greek yogurt with, like, no fruit in it.
You don't want any Greek yogurt. You want some oatmeal?
No. Just,
with some some freshly sliced
what I mean
bananas on
is,
top.
I was just concerned because I know what health freaks you guys are, and I'm thinking, my gosh, they're just gonna bring in a big plate of fruit. That's no breakfast.
Chuck, what's your normal eating habit during a given day? Like what are we eating?
I ate
for
breakfast
lunch?
here.
What are we
I
eating
ate
for
breakfast
lunch?
here, and then I eat breakfast here, and then I have a meal around 2 or 3, and that's it. That's what I do.
What's that meal entail?
It varies.
It varies. No, I mean,
I knew what he was going to say.
I eat okay. I eat all
Are
right.
vegetables involved?
There are.
Okay.
What is a
You
vegetable?
don't eat dinner?
Most guys over 60 are much heavier than I am.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
good.
doing okay.
wanted to defend
I'm not
you.
going to take any
You look
crap
great.
from you, Bart. Let's just be clear on this. I'm not taking any crap about my eating habits,
You
all
eat
right?
vegetables?
Yes, I like broccoli. I love broccoli. I like broccoli.
He's like, onion rings are a vegetable.
Hey, whatever.
Do a little broccoli on the grill?
I do, as a matter of fact.
There you go.
Chuck's like, give me some of those fried veggies. I'll take some of those.
No, I don't eat
I'll have
fried
a little bit
veggies.
of that.
I'm just meaning, don't bring a plate of fruit and call it breakfast. That's all I'm saying.
So on
That's all I'm saying.
On your no-fly list, it's like egg whites and turkey bacon and a yogurt parfait. What do you eat?
This was
on the
supposed to
road?
be a segment making fun of the healthy breakfast, not making fun of me.
Right.
Something changed in the middle of this segment.
Bart
It's
flipped
like,
the script.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean, all of a
it's my
sudden,
fault.
Bart comes out with the knives, and I'm over here eating 2 cheeseburgers for lunch every day.
Look,
That's protein.
I
live with that.
asked because I care, Chuck. I asked because I care.
Well, you're gonna get.
Bart doesn't want me to drop dead over here.
You're gonna get a free breakfast, and
Well,
you're gonna like
that's
it.
funny.
And you're gonna eat all of it.
That's fine. Okay.
Sure, it's gonna be
Gee,
kolaches.
sorry I brought it up.
I think the plan is. I think the plan is to go to Rick's,
Yeah.
but there's a backup plan in place because of the traffic out here.
There's a lot of
So if it's really bad, the backup plan is the Cronut shop up the street.
Cronuts is
You
good.
just peel off right there, and you roll through that.
They got a drive-through.
And they got a drive-through, but they also, look, we're pretty easy. If you're ever wanting to bring us breakfast, here's the order. Jalapeno kolaches.
4 of them. That's it.
4 of them.
That's it.
For Chuck. And then
No.
3 more, so 7.
Yeah, no. 4. If you want to bring an extra one, sometimes in a 5 or a 6-pack, you get a break on the price.
Our buddy has called in from New Hampshire.
Yes.
Arthur, our convict daily convict check-in is back, and we're happy to have him. Arthur,
Thanks. Yeah, good morning.
how are you, man?
I am good, but I have a feeling by the time I roll into Sunday Mass at 9 a.m. On Sunday, I will be feeling like I have been on a 3-day bender. Last night, I went ahead and I took it all in. I could not agree more with Chuck. There's nothing more than I like watching Boise State suffer a first-rate beatdown. And I think maybe Rutgers did the world a favor by beating Ohio, or that would be the next group of 5 darling, too. I also say the sweat is real. It definitely, I have a 35-unit money line parlay that encompasses 2 weeks of 6 teams. And one of them was Rutgers, and my faith was in Greg Schiano, and I'm glad they pulled that off. Now I definitely, when gambling, I cannot stress enough the importance. Probably important than following your picks is knowing when to hedge. Bankroll for I tell you, if you feel like you're in doubt, if you want a perfect time was last night when Rutgers got up by 17 I knew that kid from Ohio. I knew they might get the ball twice. I'm like, I'm just going to sacrifice the money to the powers that be, and then it will work out. So, I can't stress that enough.
Good tip.
Pro tip.
Yeah. I'm getting better at the technical side of it. I had never really monetized this wealth of, it could be useless knowledge, I guess. But one of those things you sometimes pick up, you learn new things. And one of the things I picked up while I was inside is that, when it comes to college football and college basketball, I just have a unique ability to kind of just, if nothing else, pick the straight-up winner.
Now, let me ask you, Arthur, do you handle all the money on your cell block? I mean, are you the one that kind of books all the bets and you're in charge and all that stuff?
Oh, you're asking a lot of questions. You're just asking a lot of questions.
I'm sorry. I was just curious. He's going to have to cut me.
Well, I'll just say this. The celly that I had the last few years was a man from the Queens, New York, who, this is all public knowledge, but yeah, he was a member of the Bonanno family, and I mean, there's just so many limited ways to make money in there. So it's not. I ran a commissary store, and yeah, but
that's great. I want the picks, man. I want the picks. By the way, please don't stop calling. We love this. Is great. We feel like we experience a whole other part of the world when you call.
Oh well, thank you. I'm just thankful that my man Chuck and you two guys are back on the radio. It was a dark period there for a little while. I will say they did when they moved on from Houston Nut, and there was like a little media purge. I don't really want to revisit all of that, but they did hire Petrino, but it took a few years to get my man Chuck back here on the radio, and it's sunny in Manchester, and this is the best time of the year, up at least for someone who loves his college football as much as I do. And when we get closer to college basketball, I got a chance to meet a lot of people from the New York City area, and Harlem included, and very interesting takes on Arkansas basketball. I had not known, but Kareem Reed, he is like a playground legend in the five boroughs of New York City. Hopefully, if all goes well with my college football season, I might be able to talk to my
Arthur
CEO, and
we got to hit a break, but we're not done. We want to talk. Can you hang on? We've never done this.
Yeah, sure.
I've got more questions. Just
ask too many.
Just stay on the line. We got to get. I got to find out how his transition from prison into the housing system went yesterday, and we got to get a couple of picks on here. He makes prison sound like a field trip.
I was going to say.
I had a privilege to meet all these people.
Bart and Arthur need a gambling show together.
Yes,
those two.
You got to know when to hedge.
There's so much potential here. Back in a minute. Nobody gets you ready for football season quite like the Chuck and Bo Show.
That's right.
Nobody.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat No Edge.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro-tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
going to be the first to
Good
get a
summer
Chuck and Bo tattoo? I mean, I think Chuck might do it.
No. You can have mine. You just get 2 of them.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Varsity Vibe Bulletin's out. You can subscribe for free. VarsityVibeArkansas.com tells you what's going on under the lights tonight. Got a podcast, 7 podcasts out a week. Got a
Tonight's a big night.
West team at Greenwood. We've got the Battle of Rogers Avenue. All the games are right there. VarsityVibeArkansas.com. We'll give you a few of those games at some point today. But we're talking to Arthur, who has made his way out of prison. You were looking for a house yesterday, Arthur?
Oh yeah. Well, there's
Gonna need one.
I'm a veteran, so there's a veterans place I'm probably going to back to in Vermont. If they have some space, but if not, I got a Trailblazer, I've got a TV, a computer, and a sleeping bag, and there's a bar with a jukebox and a pinball machine in the back that some people have an office. I have a bar with a jukebox and a pinball machine in the back, so I'll be okay. I've got this gypsy lifestyle down to a T. I've got plenty of money to invest in short-term, high-risk returns, high returns gambling. So, I'll be all right.
You'll be fine.
Definitely. I still look forward to to hopefully Arkansas can. I think that, like you said, the caller yesterday had some good points. That make sure that there's 11 guys on the field. Just make sure the field goal team gets out there. But yeah, I'm kind of a futures guy. Like, take for instance, Texas, with all their talent a couple of years ago, was 35-1 to win the national title. That was an opportunity. When Klinkett got hurt for UConn a few years ago, they went up to 14-1 to win the national title. It was like those are the values I look for in the futures market, and I keep it simple. If you're careful and you hedge properly, you can outperform any blue chip stock. If you're careful. But
all right.
Yeah, guys.
Give us a couple picks for the weekend. Who you got this weekend?
I don't know. I would do a 3-team 10-point teaser. I that's what I have. I would use Alabama and Tennessee. I don't know if they're going to cover that many points, but I think they'll win by 1 score. And then who's a dog out there? Maybe Eastern Michigan. I would add that. Like I said, I have that 35-unit 16 parlay.
That's incredible.
And all I need left on that is golly, my mind just went blank. Washington, Texas A&M, Texas A&M. My mind just went blank because I'm a little still nervous on the radio, but it's another pretty heavy duty favorite. That's kind of where I go. It's easier, and then I'll hit the cash out too. But it's always it's about the bankroll preservation. But yeah, I would do a 3-team 10-point teaser with Tennessee, Alabama, and Eastern Michigan.
All right. Okay, we got that down. The Oaklawn Sports app. Bart's writing it down. We'll have Bart's locks later in the show. Arthur, call us back on Tuesday. Let us know how the weekend went. We hope you survive it, that it's profitable and safe for you.
Thank you. You guys have a great day and weekend as well.
All right, man.
Thank you, Arthur.
Have a happy Labor Day weekend.
I heard that beep, and I wondered if the call was being monitored. But that's
what I thought, too.
Yeah,
it may very well be.
Some jailers listening in, writing down all Arthur's picks.
It may very well be. I love hearing Arthur just kind of tell us about his life.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I want to know where we are in the system right now. Are we out completely? Or are we on
work
release?
He's on work release.
So is it the halfway situation? Is work release like you've got to make a certain amount of money gambling or you come back?
That's right.
I mean, that's what it sounds like is happening. Hey, you can get in on the action this weekend with the Oaklawn Sports app. It is here. Arkansas's win total is at 5.5. Where it is, a bunch of money's coming in on the over. We'll talk to Zack Gillum about it at 8:30 today. But for all the negative tweets and texts we get to the show, apparently people are putting their money on Arkansas going over. There's a lot more positive. There's a lot more Kool-Aid out there than people want you to know. But I think generally people are excited and upbeat about the season. We'll take some more calls when we come back. Download the Oaklawn Sports app today. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. For more details, go to oaklawn.com. You can find out all the things happening at Oaklawn this weekend. They got a huge giveaway. You can get 20 times the points towards on Saturday if you're in the casino and watching some games at the Mainline Sports Bar. Oaklawn's great for any weekend, but if you're just looking to play the games this weekend, Oaklawn Sports, make sure you download the app, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Bet with the brand you trust, Oaklawn Sports. Good morning. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Has your roof been taking a beating after the summer we had with the heat, the sun, and those sudden storms? Teamwork Roofing and Construction knows your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside. And their expert team delivers top-quality roofing and construction services all over Arkansas and beyond. And they only use the best materials while treating every project like it's their very own. Visit their website, teamworkbuilt.com, or you can find them on Facebook. Teamwork Roofing, built on quality, powered by teamwork.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal Price Check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
I don't need Chat GTP. I've got Chuck GTP.
Amen. The Chuck and Bo Show.
when you see the bubble, does that mean they're texting you, or does it just mean they're texting?
No, it means they're texting you.
Because sometimes you'll see the bubble and then they'll think, no, I guess I don't want to say that.
It's like when I text you at night, good night, I'm thinking about you, Chuck, I love you, and I see the bubble come on, and then it goes off.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, we're all over the place this hour. We got to
really
get to
are.
Brent and Cersei's call. Brent, we got a short window here, so let's get right to it. What's on your mind, my man?
Man, that segment with your man.
Oh.
How do we lose him?
Momentarily.
Go ahead,
No,
Brent.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Say that again,
Say
Brent.
it
You
one more
cut
time.
out for just a second.
How did y'all meet the man from
Prison?
New Hampshire?
Yeah, he called in.
Yes.
He listened to Chuck back in the day, got out of prison, and started looking for
Well,
things
no,
to
he
do.
went
and
into
found
prison and rediscovered us.
Well, it's a good segment. I like it.
I love it. We'll keep it going.
And I'm ready for this weekend. Headed to the hill this morning. Hey, Bo, before you go, where do I need to pick you up?
I'm
Since
good.
you needed a ride.
I'm good, Brent. I got family. But thank you. In the future, I will take you up on the ride in the van to the game. But I'm good. I'll try to find you at the game.
I'm in the north end zone.
I know.
I'll bring him to
when
you.
the team comes out.
I'll bring him to you,
right.
Brent. Don't worry.
Chuck and I usually have a
Chuck,
bourbon
you'll be
down there in the north end zone
Yeah.
at halftime.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll find it at halftime.
Drink one for. I don't drink, but drink one for me, Bo.
But you smoke and we drink, and that's fine. I'll.
That's okay.
We'll
Back
come,
in the Chad Morris era, we'd have 2 drinks.
at least.
Hey,
Maybe a
if
cigarette
it was the Chad
too.
Morris era, we'd be opening Club Dub for Saturday because we're gonna have us a party.
Club Dub. That's exactly. Hey, enjoy the game, Brent. We'll talk about it on Tuesday.
You got it.
All right, man. Enjoy all the games this week. And almost 7 o'clock, Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call. Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. So if you're in the market, now's the time to make a move. That includes the brand new Chevy Traverse, the Chevy Trax, and all the favorites like the Tahoes and Suburbans. And for truck lovers, there are Silverados in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I'm interested to see what happens this year. And unlike some of you, I have not just written this season off as a 4 to 6 win season. There's a fine line between where Arkansas's been and 9 wins. And all you got to do is go back and just look at some games. And if you can stay healthy and Taylon Green can be what you think he can, it's not like they've been from here to the moon being able to compete. So I'm kind of like every year, I'm excited for the season to see where they go.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
There's a lot going on today. I mean, we got 5 conversations going on in the booth here. And I know everyone out there, you got a ball game probably tonight. You got kids to get to school today. It's Friday, Colors Day. Everybody's got to be dressed right. I mean, it's just a day where you got a lot going on.
You subscribe for free to the Varsity Vibe newsletter. Go to varsityvibearkansas.com, and you get all the high school information you need today. Free.
That's going to bring everything
Comes right
together.
to your email. Well, I got all the games right here. Who do you want to know about? Bentonville? They're at Tulsa Union.
I knew that.
I'm glad you asked.
Where's Fayetteville playing tonight?
Fayetteville is hosting Cabot. We got the Battle of Rogers Avenue.
I know we do.
That's the game of the week.
Is it?
North Side and South Side. Yeah. PA's at Robinson if you want to go to Central Arkansas. You got the Salt Bowl happening tonight.
Where do the Clarksville Panthers play?
Clarksville is Clarksville on the list here today?
Yeah.
This is mostly Northwest Arkansas, River Valley.
Well,
that's
River Valley.
Pinpointed some other games. Well, River Valley as in Fort Smith.
I got you.
Where are the Clarksville Panthers? That needs to be in the newsletter, Bart, with asterisks next to it that says Chuck's game of the week.
I just wondered where they were playing. I didn't say it was the game of the week.
Mountain Homes at West Plains. For those listening on 104.3 in the Mountain Home area, they're in West Plains. That's 3.5 hours from here.
Yeah, that's
far
up there.
from there.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we got all these games tonight.
I think it's great you guys are doing this.
Well, it's going to be good for high school sports.
It is.
You know.
Clarksville travels to Ozark tonight, according to Bama Dave.
Bama Day.
By the way, Clay Maxey has texted into the show and says, we know Chuck's a Bryant guy. Salt Bowl tonight.
Yeah.
Benton Bryant.
Yeah.
We determined that when Clay was on the show.
I don't know, man. He just zeroed in on me right there.
I mean,
it's like, oh my God. Are you from Texas?
That's Auburn. No, that's Auburn, Alabama
No,
stuff.
you're right. I mean,
you can't fake that when you're sitting down at breakfast and talking about, hey, who's your team. You can't hedge around it.
I think when you're from Benton, you have to begin every conversation with, boy, isn't Bryant terrible? Otherwise, you're from Bryant, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't have no interest in the game.
Are you going to the game tonight?
No, I'm not going. I have no interest in the Salt Bowl.
Are you going to live stream the Salt Bowl?
No, I'm not going. I mean, I want him to have a great time. But other than that, I don't really have any interest in it.
The text says, Chuck is for Bryant. He sniffed it out.
That's funny.
Boy, he just zeroed right
in.
He
did. That was the first thing he said.
Yeah.
You're from Bryant, aren't you?
Micah Parsons is a Green Bay Packer this morning.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Cowboys for shedding.
For shedding the best defensive player in professional football.
Yeah, for shedding that. And then, of course, Jerry zeroed in and said, well, we got a Pro Bowler.
I thought Jerry said, I will spend anything. It would be impossible to, even calculate what I would spend for a Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys. But
this is what I don't understand. I thought Jerry would just be a riverboat gambler, an oil gambler, the landman gambler on the, just paying people.
Well,
I thought that's what
I think it's fair to say ego got involved in this. I mean, the long and short of it is Jerry thought he went directly to Micah Parsons, thought he had a deal done in April. They agreed. Then the agent got involved and was like, well, we're not doing it this way. And you went behind my back. And so, Jerry, he would have gotten $41 million with the Cowboys, and he ends up getting $47 million with the Packers over 4 years. I mean, that's $25 million. So if I was the agent, I'd be mad. If I was Jerry, I wouldn't like it either. So The bottom line is Micah Parsons plays for the Packers now, and that should not have happened.
Yeah, so where do they go now?
I don't know.
What happens with
well,
the Cowboys now?
Jerry said after the fact last night, he compared it to the Herschel Walker trade. But here's the difference. I mean, Dallas then got 3 first-round picks. This time they get 2. They got a total of 8 draft picks back then. They got 4 players that they ended up cutting, so all those draft picks would kick in. This time they got a defensive lineman who's almost 30 years old. He's good, and they can use him now. But and 2 first-round draft picks are, I mean, they're valuable. But the best defensive player in professional football demands more than that in return, I think.
Clarksville is at Ozark.
Yeah, Bart said that a minute ago.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Here I am making sure that we
That's
we
okay.
satisfy you.
You were
listen
concentrating
to
on the
Bart
fact
either.
that I was pulling for Bryant. You were looking at your text line from Clay.
Yeah, that's right. We had to get you.
Salt Bowl.
Yeah, we did. We got some great games, man, this weekend, starting tonight. I mean, listen, if you're not ready for college football, go somewhere else. I mean, that's what we do here. This is.
I thought last
our
night was a
year.
great night. As good a Thursday night of college football as I've seen.
And Drake had a great game.
Drake Lindsey played well. I enjoyed watching Boise State get thumped.
First start. Tim Brando went all in on us, by the way. We'll get Timmy B on the show soon. Well, maybe not now. I mean, he did ask the question that a lot of people are asking. Because when you watch Drake play, he does look the part. But Arkansas made a decision. They wanted a mobile quarterback. And, you're not trading Taylor Green for anybody at this point. But it's really not about that. It's just hard to understand how you don't get a Lindsey on the roster.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people, especially people that watch Drake grow up, watched him play last night. And
he's a good player.
Yeah.
There are a lot of fans, a lot of people in the state of Arkansas that are curious as to why, as a legacy, that young man did not get an offer from Arkansas. The answer to that is Bobby Petrino runs the offense, had his quarterback. And look, Taylor Green he likes runners. He likes guys that can get away from the pocket, and the transfer from Boise was there. But that's still a faction of fans in Arkansas, deep-rooted in the SEC, that are like, really? And his uncle played, his dad played. His granddad was a star on a national championship team. How in the world did that happen?
23-10, Minnesota beat Buffalo. Drake had 290, 2 touchdowns, had a pick that bounced off a guy's calf. The receiver fell down, and he threw it off his calf, and it bounced up in the air, and Buffalo picked it off. It's 19 of 35, which was 54% passing.
I like Tim Brando. Good guy. But he's about as good a talent evaluator as I am, which is just, average on your best day.
Tim's a broadcaster.
He's a broadcaster, just like I am. And a very good one, very accomplished. I'm not being as critical as it sounds. I'm just saying that
we know him well.
Sometimes when media people, myself included, start trying to sound like talent evaluators, we can go which way the wind's blowing, but that's about it.
But it will be a topic today.
There's
all
no
over
question.
the state.
No,
People will
hey,
talk about it
I'm
all
no
day.
different than anybody else. First pass he threw, I thought about Ryan Mallett.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. Well,
and if you know him, he's a great kid, and he's a good dude. He got a lot of talent. He's probably going to play in the NFL.
I think he's got it.
Probably.
He's got the it factor. There's no question. There's no question. He looked like a future pro last night.
But that doesn't mean, like Arkansas is not going to be successful, or Arkansas doesn't have good quarterbacks, because they do. Both things can be true. But it is one of the more puzzling things that I've ever seen, I have to say. And the other thing, and I'll continue to say this, and I probably doesn't, probably makes people upset in some cases, but the idea of Houston Nutt not having some sort of ambassador role with the University of Arkansas, where it is, fundraising, but the collective, all of that, bringing people together in the state, just whatever you want to put into that basket. I mean, that guy's as capable of getting people excited and on board and pulling in the same direction as anybody I know of in our state. And I'm sure I'm leaving a lot of really intelligent people out, And people that are thinking, oh, dude, Warren Stevens this and, Tyson that and JB Hunt. I mean, I get all that. But when it comes to just being able to, that guy could recruit Arkansas better than anybody, maybe ever, next to Frank Broyles. And, part of what we struggle with is we in this state, you have to be connected a certain amount to the past. And I think in college athletics, particularly in certain places, you've got to be able to do that. I mean, this is not just, hey, we'll flip over the AD, we'll change the athletic department, we'll do whatever, and then, we're going to come in and run things the way we run things. I mean, here, that's a struggle. And it's been a struggle. And when we talk about coaches and whether a coach is doing a good enough job, what I try to say often is to be successful in Arkansas, but maybe in all of college athletics, you got to have alignment. I mean, from the governor to the school system president to the chancellor to the AD to the head football coach, and then you go bring in the people that you need to help support what you're doing. And then you got to get them bought in. And you might have to give a little bit. And you might have to, like any good organization, you got to figure out how to build that leadership team. And ever since Jim Lindsey was not the godfather of Arkansas football, I don't think we've necessarily had that consistently. And that may be a very simplistic way of talking about it, but I think all those things are true.
Well, I think a lot of them are. I've been around here a while, and you have too, and I can remember when the cry was, oh, we got to break up this good old boy system. We got to break it up. We got to, these guys are calling too many of the shots.
And, we had to run Houston out of town.
You got your wish.
We were flying planes over the stadium.
You got your wish.
We got Petrino in the middle of the night from the Atlanta Falcons, and that ended the way it did. And then it's been kind of tough ever since.
.com.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
That's special.
What we talk about is how do we make Chuck's life exciting.
My life is exciting. I just don't tell you guys everything.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You gotta, your cord, try your cord. We gotta get that fixed. There it is. You got it. I don't know what happens with that.
Is it working now?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I thought somebody said something about breakfast.
Bart and Edward are about to get flustered. Things are going on with the internet.
We got internet issues. We got well, Edward obviously came over and jostled the cord.
They're getting hangry.
Yeah, and I'm getting hangry. That's exactly right.
How about some egg whites now? You think you
nah,
do that now?
I'm not that hangry.
You want a yogurt parfait?
Yeah, some fruit.
How about an egg white omelet? We can do an egg white omelet.
I like cantaloupe.
You know, for all this talk about breakfast, and I just think about when we started the show, and Steven and Adam from Walk-Ons were bringing you cases of breakfast bars, those cereal bars.
About 10 pounds worth, as if I remember right.
And
no, I mean 10 pounds on me.
And then that dried up, and because you ate all of them, and then 3 months later, when nobody was bringing anything in anymore, now you just sit here and gripe until somebody brings something.
I did.
and then Jackson. Then we had high hopes for Jackson.
Well, we did. I just remember. I'll tell you what this is about. This made such an impression on me. The first football game I ever broadcast with Keith Jackson, I read a line for Harp's Fried Chicken. True story. And Keith said, man, that'd be really good right now. And within like 5 minutes, we got a box of chicken in the booth. It made an impression on me.
Yeah.
And I thought, you just need to talk about it on the air. And someone will bring it to you.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I thought, that's a life lesson.
Well, we've got
right
breakfast.
there.
We've got it coming.
I know.
It's on the way.
And I keep talking about it.
Yeah, you manifest
In a matter of moments,
Yeah.
it'll happen.
877-377-6963. All right. Can they give me their vibe for the football season? Tell me how it's going to go.
I'm excited about this season, and I'm unapologetic about it.
I just want a vibe from the fans.
I got a good vibe.
I know. Okay, we'll go around the room. That's fine, but I want to hear from other people. 877
you weren't asking me directly.
377
He
6963.
wants to hear from the people.
I want to
I
hear from the
understand.
hearts of Arkansans today, the hearts that you touch on a daily basis.
It was the collective you, is what you're saying.
Yes, you, the fan.
You, the people.
877-377-6963. I know you're getting up. You're trying to get things ready. You're getting out the door. You're getting the kids off to school. Give me the vibe that you have going into the season. Is it fear? Is it excitement? Is it hope? Is it, hey, they could really do something better than people think this year?
Hope's a good word.
Yeah. I mean, we all want to have that this time of year, and I don't know why you wouldn't be hopeful unless you don't have any reasons to be. Does that make sense? Like sure. if you had all these injuries in preseason camp, you're playing people that have never played before. You got all these issues, but they went out and got players, and by the way, I just can't. I can't do it with some fans. Like they just want to find anything wrong with something they haven't even seen happen yet.
Well, how can you not be hopeful, even if you think that I don't know if it's going to be a good year or not? I mean, there's still hope there. I don't think that the doomed crowd is the majority crowd. I don't think that by any stretch.
Yeah, I agree with that. Calls are coming in. Let's get to it here. Rick is in Lowell. Rick, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, I listen to you guys every morning.
Thank you.
On my way to work.
Thank you.
Motivated, fired up, ready to go.
Love that.
And I'm just excited. I mean, matter of fact, I can't even think of words to say right now that somebody hasn't already said. But like you said, those down players, I don't know. I don't want to say haters because it's a harsh word, but that just aren't excited. We're going to win 4-8. We're going to go 5-7. Man, sit down, shut up. Go put on that other A if you're going to be that way. Wear the Razorback A with pride. And you guys, as we both built up to the season, you guys have fired me up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to watch some football. I'm ready to watch Taylor Green. I want to see Monte Harris catch a touchdown pass. It's football season. It's tomorrow. Let's get fired up. Let's get ready to go. Let's drink a cold beer and have a good day.
There you go.
See, now that's the attitude right there. Why wouldn't you have
I
that
want to hang out with
attitude?
Rick.
Yeah. That's right. Who do you want to be around?
Who do you want to go to the game with?
Who do you want to be around? Who do you want to spend time with? Who do you want to watch the game with? That's a good one. Let's go to Mountain Home. How about beautiful Mountain Home, 104.3. Derek, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Good morning.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, I think that our vibe is 9 wins. I think Taylor Green is going to shock a lot of people.
Yeah. I think he's going to surprise some people. I think the offense is going to surprise some people.
I do. And on defense, I don't think we have any Tony Buas, but I think we got 3 or 4 dudes. I think these people want to hit folks. So I really think we're going to shock some people. I don't think that we're going to be the bottom dwellers this year.
Well, they're not. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be that either. I think that belongs to Kentucky, Mississippi State, and Vanderbilt. The question is,
absolutely,
can Arkansas get to 6, and can they go above 6? Like the over/under is 5.5. I can find a path for sure to 6 games. Like nothing's for sure, but I can logically come up with a 6-win outcome, and then I think are a couple of opportunities to be better than that.
I do. My shocking prediction is we're going to beat Notre Dame.
I'm with you on that. I am, and I wonder what Notre Dame. Thank you for the call, Derek. Have a great Friday. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Wonder how Notre Dame is going to be viewed by the time they get here because of their schedule before they get here, which includes going to Miami and hosting Texas A&M. That's another thing, Chuck, that we're going to be learning other teams, right? Like, we didn't really learn anything from Missouri last night, but some of these games, Texas A&M playing Notre Dame, for example, or LSU playing this Auburn playing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what you start to watch other games and say, here's a first look at their roster. Because all of these teams are retooled.
Well, that's the truth. I mean, you've got to consider who they're playing first, the first time out. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have a chance this weekend not just to see our team, but everybody else too. And it's going to be a great sample size. Here's the thing about Arkansas, though. When you talk about seeing a path, there's going to be a hard pivot in the middle of September. Ole Miss and Memphis back-to-back on the road. That's going to be a pivot, in my opinion. And you win those games, everybody around here is going to think they got a shot to beat Notre Dame. You lose those games, and everybody's going to have already sacked the bats. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. But I think both those games are pivotal games. And if you do well in September, there's going to be reason to believe, I think, heading into October.
Text or call. We prefer calls, but if you want to text, 877-377-6963. My friend Jason has texted in, Jason Gilbert, and he said his daughter is in a really bad mood. Landry's in a really bad mood because he's making her listen to the show. Now, she's in elementary school, you know. I just want to say that's a good dad move right there. You know, you got to have kids. Sometimes you got to tell kids what they don't want to hear.
Teach them young.
Yeah. This has happened to you. It's happened to me. It'll happen to you again, is that, you know, a child or an adult at 25 will say, my dad made me listen to you all during my childhood in the car.
Yeah. That's a real friend.
That's right. Exactly right.
Even if we don't know you personally, you're a real friend.
That's always those are always the best conversations.
Hey, at Teamwork Roofing and Construction, they'll make you feel like a real friend. They're going to treat you like that. They're going to treat you like they're doing the job for themselves. They want it done at the highest level, and they're going to communicate throughout the entire process with you and do exactly what they say they're going to do. Maybe it's a remodel. I saw a video on their Facebook page the other day of a complete remodel of an inside of a building. But roofing's also what they're known for. Maybe your roof's gone through it with the storms, the summer heat, all that. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, they're going to communicate, get it done, and leave the job immaculate when it's all finished, and you're going to have a great brand new roof. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, the highest quality materials and the highest quality of employees. That's what they have every day. Teamworkbuilt.com if you want to find them online, or you can check them out on Facebook. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. More calls in a moment. It's 7:31 Friday. It's Friday Night Football. VarsityVibeArkansas.com. Subscribe to the free newsletter, and you'll have everything you need right there. You know, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. So if you're in the market, now's the time to make a move. That includes the brand new Chevy Traverse, the Chevy Trax, and all the favorites like the Tahoes and Suburbans. And for truck lovers, there are Silverados in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
You know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
was on vacation last week, so I didn't go anywhere or do anything. That's the best vacation I've had in a long time.
Man.
Yeah, I don't want to even leave the house. I ain't got to.
That sounds like a dream come true for Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
VarsityVibeArkansas.com. Subscribe to the newsletter for free. Follow Varsity Vibe AR on social media for all your Friday night high school football coverage and well beyond football. Promoting high school sports throughout Northwest Arkansas and beyond. Chris is in Gravette. We're getting ready for Arkansas game day. Chris, good morning. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Chris, are you there? Man, we got to keep moving. Houston's in Fayetteville. Houston.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing this morning?
Doing great.
What's on your mind?
Excellent. I just dropped the boys off at school. We were listening to y'all. I will say earlier in the week when I was turning it on, they're used to hearing Ruskin and Zach in the afternoon, and they're like, that doesn't sound like Ruskin and Zach.
Yeah.
But they're getting used to y'all's voices now, so that's a good thing. But I am excited about this year. I think the player that I'm most intrigued by and excited about to see is Monty Harrison. I don't know if you remember last year, he recovered that onside kick and took it down to about the 20. And it was just a flash of, like, you can tell the dude's he's an athlete. He's got good hands and he's strong, he's fast, all of that. But he has to learn the system. He had to get back into football shape and all those things. So I'm really interested to see what the grown man's going to do this year.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about it?
Well, I don't think he'll start, but I think he's going to play. He's going to get some snaps, and I think he'll have an impact.
He's going to play. And, here's the thing. There's so many receivers, and there's reason to believe you could take each of them individually, and you can come up with a way that they are really an integral part of the offense. And Monte's one of them, too. I mean, he's one of those guys that at the end of the season we could say, wow, what a steal.
Yeah, I mean, I think their depth at wide receiver is one of the most improved areas of the team. All right, Chris is in Gravette now. Chris, turn down your radio. So we can have a conversation with you. Chris, good morning. Chris, you're on.
Morning, fellas.
Hey,
good
Chris.
morning. What's going on, my man?
Can't listen on the radio. Got to listen on the phone.
Yeah, when you call in, you just got to turn your radio down. Edward, add that to your talking points.
Chris, what's on your mind?
I'll write it down.
We got issues there.
He's trying.
He's
trying.
But we'll get it. We'll
get it right.
We'll get it figured out. Yeah. Hogwash in Nashville, Arkansas.
Actually, Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, okay then.
All right. Even better.
But I am a native Arkansan, class of 1990 there at Fayetteville. Follow the Hogs religiously and follow you guys religiously. I appreciate you. I'll ask my question and get off and listen, but what exactly is going on with Braylon Russell? I haven't heard a whole lot on that front. I might have been mistaken, but when I saw the depth chart come out, didn't see his name on it. I know Mike Washington's a guy right now, but just wanted to see what you guys have heard about Braylon, where his head's at, so on and so forth. Appreciate you.
No, that's a good question.
He was number 2.
He's fine.
He was number 2 on the depth chart. He will play tomorrow.
They'll both play.
Yeah.
Mike Washington just came in and stole the thunder.
Well, this is about experience, too. I mean, Mike Washington's a senior, Braylon's a sophomore, and Braylon didn't get to play all of last season. If you remember at the end, I mean, he missed some time, but no, he's fine. Everything's good there.
That's a good question. I think people do wonder when you hear about a guy in the offseason.
And Rodney Hill's fine, too, and Rodney Hill's going to play.
It's also not a thing where his getting in and out of the transfer portal has anything to do with it. They're just competing, and Mike Washington's ahead of them right now. And by the way, I think that's one of the things that people are going to be excited to see on Saturday. Number 4. Mike Washington.
Right.
Guy can go.
He can play.
David and Rogers, you were on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, morning, guys.
Hey, David.
I'm reading Barry Switcher's book. It's called The Bootlegger's Boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty good, but it's like the other day I was eating at the Wagon Wheel Cafe.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
And it's pretty good, actually.
Good.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I come home that night and I'm reading some of the
Washington's half the running back that Coach Pittman's making him out to be. We're going to be solid there, and then the depth at receiver is crazy. Everybody keeps talking about Monty Harrison. Nobody's brought up the fact that he's the size of a linebacker. He's like 6'2", 225, right? He's huge. So if he has some speed to go with that, 230. So he's put on a little weight. Man, that gets the hopes high. And then expectations, I expect a minimum of 7 wins. I'd like to see 9 or 10, but you just have to frame it like you guys have been talking about. The program was just a dumpster fire just a few years ago. We won 9 games a couple of years ago, and then you get a bad hire with Dan Enos, and you think that's going to work, and it doesn't, and then you're behind the 8 ball. It takes a couple of years to bounce back. Last year was never going to be a 9 or 10 win season, but this year could be, I think.
I like where you went there in terms of just looking holistically at everything that's happened, and every year is its own year. But they were a top 10 offense last year, and the thing that killed them was turnovers. And we know the offensive line struggled with protection. Is that going to get better? Are they going to be able to spread the ball around? Are these receivers as good as we think they can be? And is Taylor going to make that jump in year 2? One of the interesting things, that if all that happens, then you have a chance to have a better year than some people expect. I'm interested in Petrino being in the booth. Pittman talked about that earlier this week.
That's how we're going to start. That's how we've done our scrimmages. Bobby actually approached me and felt like he could see the field better, be a better offensive coordinator up there. Obviously, in your first year, you don't quite know your quarterback as well as you do after you've worked with him. I felt like Bobby wanted to be there with him a year ago. However, I think he felt like he could do a better job upstairs with Morgan. So that's what we've been working on in our scrimmages, and that's what we're going to do, yes.
And the Morgan he's talking about is tight ends coach. So I mean they'll be up there together,
communicating with
right.
I got
right.
you. 877-377-6963. You can text, call your thoughts. Just is there a big upset? Is there just a feel you have for the season? We're taking your thoughts on that the day before game day.
When we talk about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company on this show, at the end of the spot, it's always Northwest Arkansas, Benton County, Washington County, Fort Smith, Branson. Is kind of a throwaway sometimes, but what that means is they know the area. And whether you're a buyer or a seller, whatever community you find yourself in, maybe you're moving from one to another, you want somebody that understands the area, that knows where you're going and can help you find the best place to live. Sometimes it's your dream home. Sometimes you've been transferred, you've got a family, you've got certain requirements. They understand all that, and they're going to have a list ready, whether you're a seller or a buyer. That's what separates them. And that's why it is important when we say Washington County, Benton County, Branson, Fort Smith. They've been doing this since 1978. You can log on to WeikerGriffin.com.
Breakfast is here.
Oh, big time.
What are you going to do now, Chuck?
I'm going to have breakfast.
7:46. Good morning. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's stunning to hear every 20 minutes a child is diagnosed with a critical illness. But we can help. Grant life-changing wishes with Waiters for Wishes and the Razorback men's basketball team. It's Tuesday, September 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Walk-Ons in Fayetteville. This private ticketed event lets you take photos, get autographs, challenge your favorite hog to a pop-a-shot, and bid on silent auction items, all benefiting Make-A-Wish Mid-South. Tables are limited and going fast, so reserve yours today at midsouth.wish.org.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
certainly caught gambling fever over the last 11 minutes. I mean, we've opened the show, and 11 minutes later, Bart's running down to
Bart's
Maverick.
hands are shaking.
I mean, they are. He's got a raffle.
ready to
We've
go.
morphed into lottery tickets. I mean, he's going crazy.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
My mouth is on fire.
Oh, I know, man. That jalapeno kolache changes
Those
everything.
are really hot.
Boy, we've had Rick's twice this week.
That's big time. I mean, it really is big time.
Yeah, thanks to Kara for bringing that by.
That is,
And last
that's
week.
very, very nice
Yeah.
of her. By the way, I was just checking the raffle's only at $45,000.
Yeah, Bart called
What's
this.
going on?
It's going to be a game. It's going to be in-game deal.
You think so?
It's going to be on a scoreboard, and it's like the United Way thermometer, man.
Yep.
You think
Not
it's
the
going to
same
get up to
cause,
200,000? We're gonna get up there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Really? You're not worried?
No, I'm not worried. People are going to be at that game. They're going to see that and be like, I got to get in.
When are we buying? We haven't followed our strategy. We got to buy. We got to get some today, some tomorrow. Like we got to split it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, $45,000 is a
Seriously,
lot of
though,
money.
we got to talk about what's going to happen if we win. Like we can't win.
Sure we can.
Sure we can. I know this.
Okay.
Why can't we?
Nelson's and Harrison. Okay, Nelson, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Good morning, fellas. What a beautiful morning we've got here. I watched a lot of the games last night, and it was great to see Boise State, get put in their place. I mean, you hear about them so much. It's like it's like they just put them in there automatically. It's like, earn it a little bit, and I'm with you, Bo, about the top 25 thing. It'll never be right. It'll never be the right teams as far as statistics and stuff because there's too much opinion. Now, guys, this is what I want to say about the football season. You know where I'm at. I think we're going to go 8-4, maybe 9, but I think we split Ole Miss, Texas A&M. I feel like we beat Notre Dame. I believe we'll split Ole Miss, Texas A&M. I hope we can beat both of them. We're going to beat Missouri. We're going to beat Missouri this year. Yeah. At the end of the year.
Please.
And I want to tell you guys something. Drake Lindsey looked fine. He looked fine last night. He had a great game. But we've got Arkansas players on this team. And we've got Arkansas players on this team that are going to play. We've got Quincy Rhodes Jr. We got White Simmons. We got, Blake Edmondson. We got Marion Harris. We got Kobe Branham. We are not lacking on Arkansas talent. Matter of fact, this may be the most Arkansas talent we have had on a team. So, guys, I'm right here. I want you guys to look into that.
All right, Nelson.
I appreciate you saying that because there are a lot of Arkansas kids on this team. I hear people say they don't recruit Arkansas. Yes, they do. There's not a star on this team that's locally grown right now. And so because there's not a star that we talk about every day, people are saying, well, you're not getting in-state guys. Yeah, they are. There's a whole bunch of in-state guys on this team.
Well, I don't know that there's a star in college football that would be here that came from Arkansas this year.
Well, you may be right.
What I'm saying is, they obviously made a decision at quarterback, and I've said I don't understand it, but they have quarterbacks, and I don't think that's going to be an issue this year. But they do have a bunch of Arkansas kids. There just hasn't been a lot of Arkansas star power.
That's right.
Coming out of the state. It's almost 8 o'clock. Quinn Grovy's coming up.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal Price Check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I had the discipline group, okay? So I had to discipline. I put him on the hip sled. Man, I had this guy one day on the hip sled. Man, he got beads of sweat coming out on him. And the guy that was assistant before me goes, man, you really don't care, do you? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you know who you working the dog out up there? I said, yeah, Steven Jones. He plays outside linebacker. He goes, you know who that is? I said, back then I didn't know. He said, Jerry. I said, Jerry who? Jerry Jones. I said, okay, love to meet him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I love the Friday before a Fayetteville football game. I mean, everybody's out and about. All the lunch spots are going to be packed today. I'm going to go to Herman's today for lunch. Bo's got a Diet Coke, and I can tell that it just changed everything for him right there. But Fridays before Fayetteville games are awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
We got high school football
activity
all over the state tonight. VarsityVibeArkansas.com.
Today's word's vibe, by the way.
It is for Varsity Vibe. But the vibe of the season is what we're looking for from fans today. Chuck, how positive has this been this morning? People are excited.
Has it been uplifting?
It has been. Isn't it so life-giving to just kind of live with a little bit of optimism?
This, when you mentioned earlier that the majority of the action at Oaklawn Sports is now on the over for Arkansas, winning more games than what the over-under is. I'm not surprised by that. I mean, most people, not just Razorback fans, but fans of any team, if it's the day before the game, the majority of people have figured out how you're going to be good. Now, for some fans, the bubble bursts. For some, it'll burst tomorrow. I'm not talking about our fans, but there'll be fans in college football. The bubble's going to burst tomorrow. And they're going to realize that all my optimism might have been a little bit misguided. And that'll happen. But it's the day before a game. I mean, my gosh. Have some hope.
Quinn Groy is joining us. Razorback great. The legendary Quinn Groy, who will be on the call with Chuck in the booth on Saturday. Quinn, good morning. Welcome in.
Fellas, how y'all doing, man? It's the most wonderful time of the year, man. This is the start of my holiday season, and I'm so excited that football is back. The Christmas tree is up in my house, and I'm just ready to roll, man.
Co-host of the Razorback Daily. You can catch him and Z on that when you're getting ready for the day. Chuck, you did your spotting boards. They're there. I see them. Quinn, do you have yours ready?
Absolutely. You got to match Chuck Barrett's intensity. I mean, when the guy's in the booth, he's a different kind of cat. Well, you probably know it by working with him now. I mean, you know he's a stickler, and you got to make sure things are right, and he's going to make sure everybody that's a part of that broadcast. He's going to make sure you're right. And so, but I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. It's always fun, man. It's the best job in the world. I mean, to be able to do that for the Razorbacks and do it with Chuck and Gino and the crew we have, man, we're blessed.
Quinn, what are you looking forward to tomorrow? What do you want to see?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I mean, first of all, just football. I mean, I'm just so happy to see the Hogs back on the field with an opportunity to take this thing to the next level. But the biggest thing for me is just the growth of Taylon Green. I think a lot of people are really focusing in on that. And I just think Taylon's got an opportunity to have a special season. I mean, the guy had a great season last year as well, in my opinion. A lot of people gave him some crap. I mean, but the guy threw for 3,154 yards and ran for almost 600 yards. And so that's almost like 40 or 70 yards short of a single season total offense record. And if that's a bad season, I don't know what to tell you. But I see him really taking it to the next level. I think when you look at stat-wise, I think you'll see him probably increase his passing numbers by 500, 600. And then if he can keep his rushing yards around the same, I think that's going to be a great season. But the thing about it is he's got to win pre-snap. We know Taylor's got the biggest athletic ability out there. I mean, he's a guy that can, when things break down, he can get out of the pocket. He can make a lot of things happen. But where things are going to get so much easier for Taylor, and I know these are the things that Bobby's working on with him, is winning pre-snap and then winning post-snap. And If he can get those things in check, he's going to have a great season. I think when you look at his completion percent, he was 60% last year. If he can get that to 67, 68%, I think that's going to involve him really helping the receivers, with the ball placement, the catching, and allowing them to run after the catch. I think Taylor's in store for a big-time season, and I think what he's bringing to the table for the Arkansas Razorbacks is something that you can't find a lot of different places.
Quinn, when we talk about quarterbacks and receivers and passing game, that phrase, get on the same page, comes up a lot. What's really involved in a quarterback and receivers getting on the same page?
Well, it's just about being comfortable with one another. There's no doubt about it. You've got to work through that process. And, I think when Taylor first got here, he was comfortable with Andrew Armstrong. That was his security blanket. That was the guy he was going to continue to look for time in and time out. And I think when we got to the Liberty Bowl, that's when we start going, okay, now what is Taylor going to do? This is going to give us a preview of what Taylor's going to look like in 2025. Well, Taylor goes out, he gets Tesla revved up again. He gets some of those younger receivers revved up again. But it's just really, Chuck, all about coming together and talking about things. When things go wrong in practice, if you run that route 1 yard short, Taylor's got to say, hey, man, look, I need you to get a little bit deeper. If he runs it to the outside a little bit too far, then you got to say, I need you to throttle it down before you get to the sideline. So it's about communication about what you want from the receiver, because when you get into that situation and it gets hot and it gets hostile out there, you got to be able to trust that guy to be in the right spot, because if you're a quarterback, in SEC with the windows the way they are so condensed, if you do not throw that football before a guy comes out of his break, then he's not going to be open. And so you got to be able to have that trust. But if you got to hold that ball 1 second longer, then that allows that defensive back to close. And so that's really the big thing, just the communication and just talking about where I really need you to be. And then as a receiver, you get there.
A little bit more about the offense, Q. Like the offensive line and the moves they made and what they have at center and left tackle now, and it just seems like the line's a better construct of what you need in this league. How much does that impact just Taylor and the ability to run the offense?
Well, like the pre-snap stuff you were talking about.
Yeah. Well, for me, when you look at it, I'm looking at that left side of the line, and it looks like the left side of the line is solidified. And if you got big Corey Robinson over there at the left tackle spot, you feel comfortable enough to move Fernando Carmona into the inside, then that means that you're good on the left side of the line. As a quarterback, you worry about the backside. A lot of times you hear people talk about Taylor and always rolling to the right. Well, that's because pressure's coming from his backside. But at the end of the day, if you have the ability to step up in the pocket and you got somebody that can take care of that left end or that right end coming after your quarterback, then you're in a much better spot. But the offensive line for me is really significant. With Fernando moving him inside, now you give him an opportunity to be really, really nasty. That's what he wants to do. He wants to fight. He wants to be, in there and getting physical. And that's what you want to be able to see. Corey's a big dancing bear. He's got great feet, great long arms. He can help on that outside. But getting that solidified helps a quarterback in a big, big way. And then if you got a center that you can communicate with, because Caden's going to have to help Taylor with all the line calls, making sure they communicate in hostile environments, that everybody understands what's going on. So if he can get that left side in the center, that's really a good portion for him. But the right side is what you got to get figured out. Is it going to be Kobe? Is it going to be a Marion? Is it going to be Shaq? What are you going to do over there? It feels like they've got 5 offensive linemen that are really, really solid. It feels like a Marion or one of those guys are going to be like that 6th offensive lineman that can play up and down the line if he doesn't start somewhere. But I know Sam said he felt comfortable with 8 to 10 offensive linemen. If that's the case, then I'm really excited about that. But right now, it seems like they're cross-training Marion Harris to learn a lot of different spots. If you can do that, you add a lot of value to this offensive front. But it's about getting the best 5 offensive linemen on the field. Very rarely do you have teams across the country. You may have an Alabama, a Georgia, or somebody like that that's going to have 2 deep, where that second-team guy is looking for an opportunity to get in there. But if you can't put 5 guys on that offensive front to protect that quarterback, what is the drop-off when you put in that 6th or 7th guy? Is it a sack? Is it something about somebody running free simply because they don't understand the communication aspect of it? You got to feel comfortable with that. And if you're a quarterback, you feel comfortable with that, you'll stand in that pocket and you'll do a few more things that you wouldn't normally do.
Hey, we found out Coach Petrino is going to be up in the booth as opposed to being on the field. Is there anything to that? Fans talk about that a lot. You've actually lived it. I mean, is there anything to that?
Well, it's always better when your offensive coordinator's in the box. I mean, you don't want to take them butt chewing face to face. I mean, it hurts sometimes. You don't like that. And so when you have them up in the booth, at least you can roll your eyes without somebody looking at you or whatever. But no, I think it's best for this football team simply because Bobby's one of the most innovative play callers out there. He'll be all over it. He'll be able to see the entire field. To me, that says he's comfortable with Taylor. And Sam talked about that as well. And if he's comfortable with that, now you can have those conversations you need to have because you've got that little lingo. You've got that little verbiage. You know when Bobby says this, even if it's on the phone, that you got your love language basically put together. And now Bobby gets to go up there and really survey what's going on and go to work. I just think, I mean, nobody, I don't care who it is, and I know people have talked all year long, but there's nobody that can make me think that this offense is not going to be doubly explosive in regards to what they do with the players that they've added with Bobby in year 2 and then Taylor in year 2. I think this offense is going to be super fun to watch. I know they averaged over 30 points a game last year. I think they'll snap up a couple more ticks. And if they can do that, I mean, it's going to be a big-time season for Arkansas.
Yeah, that's fun, and I agree. But, by the way, what about defense? A lot of new guys over there. What are your sort of things that you're looking for to see develop?
Well, the big thing is defensive line depth. I mean, we know from with the ones, with Cam Ball and Quincy Rose, they're going to be really, really solid. And Big Ian, and then Justice Boone is a guy that's come along as well. I'm looking for the depth. Again, I go back to the aspect of what happens when Cam Ball goes out of the game. Okay, you got Keyshawn Blackstock that you moved over that played 7 games. It basically started 7 games as an offensive lineman. You move him over to the defensive side. Now he's your number 2 defensive tackle. I understand you've got to get 6'5", 320 on the field. You got to find a way to do that. But what is the drop-off? Cam Ball's your 1. Keyshawn Blackstock comes in as your 2. What is the drop-off between 1 and 2? Is that, Keyshawn plugging the hole, doing the thing that he needs to do, or is there a miscommunication, a wrong step, wrong footwork, and then it ends up being a 45-yard touchdown? So that's the thing about it. The depth at the defensive front is something that I'm really, really watching. We've got big guys, and I know Deke is going to have them ready to go. If they can really eat up a lot of blocks, those linebackers are going to be able to run free and do what we want them to do, what we envision them to do. And I think both those guys will have over 100 tackles and be very, very effective. So I just want to see what happens with the depth at the defensive line. And then also I want to see if those cornerbacks can do exactly what everybody's talked about. I mean, everybody in that secondary is over 6 foot. And they can move their hips, they can turn, they can twitch, they can play man. If those outside corners can play man, that's going to allow Travis Williams to bring a few more guys from a pressure standpoint because we don't know who is going to be that pressure rusher. Last year was Landon Jackson, but we don't know who it's going to be this year. Who's going to bring pressure? And if you can't bring pressure with 4, how do you bring pressure with 5 and 6? But the way you can do that is have corner coverage on the outside and secondary coverage that you feel comfortable with. If you can't do that, then the band's going to be playing for the other team. So those are the things that I'm really looking at. The cornerbacks, the defensive line depth. I know the linebackers are going to be solid. And then, I know a lot of people gave Hudson Clark a whole lot of stuff too. But, is Miguel Mitchell going to make sure everybody's lined up correctly in the right spot? So the communication on the back end will be something else that I'll be watching. But can you apply pressure? 26 sacks last year. You've got to get more than that. And I know Travis is really factoring that into his plan.
That's a great look at it. Razorback great Quinn Groy. Before we get you out of here, Bart has a question.
Quinn, I noticed that you guys did a little fantasy Razorback all-time player draft on the daily, and I couldn't help but notice that you drafted yourself as the team's quarterback.
Of course he did.
and then had the worst team of everybody. So I just got to know what happened there.
Well, I think worst team is I don't think that is correct. You got Sarah and Z. They're always coming up with some more shenanigans. But at the end of the day, if you look at my team, if you look at me, McFadden, Barry Foster, Burks, Hunter Henry, Kendall Traynor. If you put us on the field, you're going to have a problem with that football team. Now, if you want to go back and take a look at now, if I knew we were picking, well, we weren't. When we started, we were just picking the best team. And then Terry adds in the actual fantasy stat. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have picked myself. I'm in the option offense. We got Barry Foster in the offense that I picked Lance Allworth, man. Lance had 37 catches. You know what I'm saying? I would have just went with everybody else that had every single stat out there, and then I would have picked to win that way. But I promise you, my football team will meet you in the Walmart parking lot. My team will take you behind the woodshed. We're not.
I love it.
Hey, I've heard this stuff for 25 years.
It's so good.
I've heard this crap for 25 years.
Oh, but it's great. That is so good. You're ready, man. I can tell. You are amped. You are ready to roll tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
fired up. I can't wait.
Hey, one more thing before we go. Hey, Friday night football tonight. High school is playing all over the state. What do you remember about that? How exciting is a Friday night?
Oh my gosh! Especially when you're a good football team. When you're playing at the highest level. Nothing is better than the Friday night popcorn. The cheerleaders, the little kids out there playing touch football in some portion of the field. Nothing is like a Friday night because the town is engulfed in it, and that is a staple of American football. There's no doubt. Love Friday nights, and I hadn't been to a high school game in a long time, but boy, I tell you what, to be able to see all those shows recapping it. Knowing that these kids have an opportunity to perform in their communities is awesome, man.
Well, and if you want to know more about Quinn's high school career, he's got a video that lasts about 2 hours. Every great moment that he had as a high school player, I've seen it like 5 times. The first time I was interested. The next 4 times, it just kind of was thrust upon me. But it is out there. I've seen it. He was a great player now.
Oh, yeah, Q, great stuff, man.
Chuck is on me right now. I heard him begging for food earlier. He's begging for food earlier. It looks like y'all got some food, right?
Yeah, we got it. His mood has changed. Everything's better.
Okay, all right. I'll get you some Hart's chicken tomorrow, Chuck. I'll get you some Hart's chicken tomorrow.
That's awesome. Quinn Groy, Razorback great with us on the Chuck and Bo Show. Well, we've had a lot of rain, and you know what that means.
Well, it means gutters have gotten to work out, that's for sure. Hog Trough Gutters, though, they locally owned, locally operated. They've been through all this stuff, too. They've been going through all this rain yesterday, right there with you. So if you've got an issue, think about them. Consider them. They are a locally owned company. They've been doing it right for 30 years. You don't do this kind of work, gutter work, home work like that without being good. You don't stick around if you're not good at what you do. They are fully licensed Arkansas contractors, fully insured. Every job comes with a written 20-year warranty. Seamless gutters, trenching, French drains, all done right the first time, all made on site. Log on today, hoggutters.com.
8:19, the Chuck and Bo Show, Friday morning. Good morning.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. How could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eye. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Has your roof been taking a beating after the summer we had with the heat, the sun, and those sudden storms? Teamwork Roofing and Construction knows your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside. And their expert team delivers top-quality roofing and construction services all over Arkansas and beyond. And they only use the best materials while treating every project like it's their very own. Visit their website, teamworkbuilt.com, or you can find them on Facebook. Teamwork Roofing, built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there.
Just
let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I think I have 1,100 subscriptions. I'm pretty sure. It is so ridiculous.
I think I subscribed to Hulu twice.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's off to a fast start. You know, he's been so giddy.
you know.
He's been so giddy. Ever since Saturday, he was 2-0 on his locks. And last night, or yesterday, he's talking about Nebraska at halftime, and it works out. And so we got more locks.
He refused to actually give locks yesterday, and then he hit them anyhow.
Yeah, just for fun.
I'm going to call it a
Just
lock.
to prove how good he was.
But he,
I don't know about that.
He's
We'll
excited
see.
to tell us today that he's got locks.
Yeah.
What do you have? Here we go. Oh, we got the
Bart's
open.
Locks.
Bang. That's it. That's it.
I didn't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's the new
Keep
open.
going
Kind of
or
a
not.
fade out there, and that's your cue.
Bart's Locks.
Bang.
Here we go. Here we go. We're going to Tallahassee for lock number 1, but we're not taking the Seminoles. I think they're going to be really bad again this year. I do not have any faith in their quarterback, Thomas Castellanos, who who quit on his team at Boston College and then transferred to Florida State. That's exactly the type of guy you want in the locker room. I think Alabama's going to be really good. I personally would pick them to win the national title. If you ask me to pick a team this year, I think they're great on defense. I think their offense is going to take a big step forward. I think they're going to hammer the Noles in an almost name the score game for Alabama. So Alabama minus 13.5 is the lock.
What about the Gus Malzahn effect?
Well,
Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Keep going.
Going out west, an old Pac-12 game that's not a Pac-12 game anymore. I guess now it's a Big 12, Big 10 game. Utah is a 3-point favorite at UCLA, and Nico, not even going to try to say his last name anymore. I don't care.
Maleva.
Maleva.
Nico, not care Maleva.
Utah has a new starting quarterback, Devin Dampier. He was the quarterback at New Mexico last year.
Oh, well, now we're getting to the bottom.
Yeah.
Utah is my pick to win the Big 12 this year. I think they're going to have I think they have a really good team. I think they're going to have a really good season. Utah -3 at the Rose Bowl against the Bruins. Go ahead and lock that one up. And then, look, I gave this one out weeks ago. I got to stick to my guns. Clemson, a 3-point favorite at home against LSU. Give me the Clemson Tigers. Give me Clemson's Death Valley.
Wow.
To cover, to win the game. Brian Kelly can't win season openers. LSU can't win season openers. I don't care that they've had the paw on everything in the LSU building. I think that's hokey. I think it's a joke. LSU I think is plenty good, but they're going to get in their own way on Saturday, and they're going to lose the game at Clemson. Clemson covers the -3. And then a little fun thing we're going to do this year, kind of a weekly parlay. We're going to keep track of how this does. You know,
it does sound fun.
It's a little just a little like $5-10 parlay, and we're going to keep track of how these do over the course of the season.
All right, go ahead.
Georgia Tech, Clemson, Utah money line. That's +244 on the Oaklawn Sports app.
One more time.
Georgia Tech, Clemson, Utah.
Okay.
+244 on the Oaklawn Sports app.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Now you're playing ball.
So 3 locks and then a parlay.
3.
See, I thought the third
locks
lock.
and a parlay.
See, when he got to the third lock, I'm thinking he's picking with his heart now. I mean, he hates Brian Kelly.
Yeah,
but,
that's right.
But you get to the parlay, and it's like, everything's back to center.
Yeah.
3 locks and a parlay.
You got choices.
Yeah.
You got choices if you want to take Bart's advice.
Georgia Tech, Clemson, Utah, +244.
You can watch all the games at Walk-Ons, more than 60 TVs, and great food across the board. Whatever you get there is going to be good. And ask about Flight by Yingling on draft. It's just 95 calories, tastes like a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Also, take it to your tailgate. They got the 16-ounce resealable bottles, aluminum bottles.
Look at that cutout right there.
Bart,
that
look
guy
at that.
right there
That
is the
guy
key
right
to
there.
your football financial future.
Well, that's it.
That's it right there.
Zack
He'll
Gillum
make you rich.
from Oaklawn Sports inside the app coming up next. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
you one thing, but listen, what a great show you. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We do it every Friday to get you ready. You need to get the Oaklawn Sports app downloaded if you don't have it. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. The director of sports betting inside the sports book there at Oaklawn is
serious
Zack
business now.
Gillum, and it's time to go, man.
Yeah.
We've got games under our belt. We had last weekend, but I mean, last night really felt more like the start of college football than last Saturday did with those games. And then we got great action this weekend. Zach, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great, guys. How are you?
Doing great, Zach.
Doing great. Listen, I got a tip that the Arkansas win total at 5.5, that people are hammering Oaklawn Sports on the over.
Yes. Yep. No, the over is getting hit, but the odds are still there for you. Plus 115 on the over. That is over 5.5. So with that, you're looking Arkansas to win 6 games if you make the over 5.5 bet. And for every $100 you bet, you would put 115 back in your pocket of profit.
Man, I just feel like that a lot of people believe that they're going to surprise some people. What else are you interested in? I mean, there's so much this weekend, but take us where you want to go.
Yeah, there's so much to dive into. First, tip of the hat to Bart last week. I think he gave everyone that Iowa State upset,
Yes, he
straight
did.
up. So
he had
good
two
job
of them.
picking there.
He had 2 of them last night.
He's a machine.
He's
a machine. He really is.
Boise State getting run out of the building. That happened.
We're gonna have to watch that guy. He might be too smart, to listen to those picks.
You
But
have to
yeah,
ban him.
but guys-
Limit his account.
Yeah, he was banned from the app. He was too good.
Yeah. But as you said, this is a great weekend. Arkansas, 46.5-point favorite currently, taking on Alabama A&M. That is the afternoon game there on Saturday. Total is at 62 in that one. And then, there's some other great matchups. I don't know that I can remember being so excited about a number 1, number 3 opening weekend, and that line has moved quite a bit. It's down now to Ohio State minus half a point. The total in that one at 47.5.
How about that? Half a point. Wow. Where did that game start?
That was it got up to 2.5 at one point, so it almost got to the field goal, but not quite. And then this morning when I woke up, it actually was at just a straight pick'em. And then just here in the last 10 minutes, it's moved and added the hook back to Ohio State.
Where are you getting the action on that game?
The action's really been coming in both sides. It's more Texas than Ohio State.
Okay.
So that line moving the way it did is not a surprise to me. In fact, I was happy it did start to move. But no, this game's getting some good action both ways. That's what you like about these top matchups, even when you have an SEC team in there. When you have this good of a team facing another team, you're going to get action both ways. And Saturday night, LSU Clemson, another good one, the top 10 matchup. Clemson's been a 4-point favorite most of the time this game's been on the board, has not really moved. Now, here at Oaklawn Sports, we've been taking action on LSU, not a surprise being an SEC team. But across the country, from what I've seen, it is a pretty mixed bag, not too heavy on either side.
Which game other than the Arkansas game will generate the most action this weekend, do you think?
It'll probably be between one of those 2 games, that Ohio State-Clemson game. Or who knows, you might see, since you have standalone games on Sunday, which we'll dive into here in just a bit, but you got those 2 games on Sunday. Those could end up getting more action, just having, basically the days to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
How about Notre Dame, Miami? What kind of action? Which team's getting more action?
So that one has been Notre Dame at this point for us. That has been more action coming in on the Notre Dame side, but again, not too heavily skewed. The game with the most heavily skewed action right now is definitely the Razorbacks.
Are people betting the actual game and the point spread?
Are they taking Arkansas to cover?
Oh yeah. No, the
Okay.
action's definitely been
All
coming.
right.
I mean, that game opened at 42.5 just a few days ago.
Yeah,
So
when
it
you
moved
said
4
46
points
and
pretty
a half,
fast.
I thought, wow, that's a movement.
Yeah, I get it. All right, let's talk about the Sunday games.
Yeah, so Sunday you have Notre Dame, Miami. That's number 6, number 10, and it is at Miami. But Notre Dame goes down there as a 2.5-point favorite. That's where the line has been most of the week. Hasn't quite crossed over to the field goal yet. But I would not be shocked if it hits that 3. So if you're wanting some Notre Dame, I would jump on that now. But we do have alternate lines available. So even if it gets to 3, you can move it back to 2.5 if you want. You'll just pay a little more on the juice.
Let's go to Alabama, Florida State. Bart thinks that Alabama is going to boat race Florida State.
And the line seems to indicate that. Right now it is at minus 14.5, Alabama being your favorite. And that game was at 13.5 at one point. And for you to cross over that 2 touchdowns tells you, there's either the information's changed, the line makers see something differently, or the action has really been one-sided, which with us, it has been that one-sided action on Alabama.
Okay, here's a question maybe you have an opinion on. We've been talking about this a little bit this week, that the top 25 rankings in college football don't indicate the best top 25 teams. Is it possible that Arkansas is a top 30 team based on Vegas power rankings, but they won't be ranked because of their schedule, which will obviously affect their record?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some validity to that. I think, there's going to be, obviously, the tail will be once we start playing some games, we see what we have out there. I think if they start winning some games, they go 3-1, 4-0, get it to Notre Dame, win that game, or put on a big showing. I mean, we'll know we have a good football team. So regardless of what this preseason, in fact, you can even look at the rankings right now compared to the betting odds. I personally feel like the betting odds have been more true to what the rankings of the teams are, but even those, you have to take into consideration some of the past years, the performance. Without seeing something at this point, I'm not shocked to see Arkansas odds the way they are.
Zach, always good stuff. What do you want us to know about the weekend in Oaklawn Sports?
Yeah, so Oaklawn Sports, for new customers, up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Very easy, no promo code needed. All you have to do is sign up, make your first deposit, and you are active in that offer. And you can get your money in and out many different ways. We have Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal, ACH, debit, credit card, or if you want to come on into the sportsbook, we can help you out with cash there on the counter. So many options to do that. You also have the U.S. Open going on this weekend. That is tennis, Grand Slam event. You have F1. They are over in the Netherlands, so that practice actually is in about 20 minutes. We do offer wagering on that. That's practice 2. Lando Norris, your favorite there. Major League Baseball, WNBA, table tennis, soccer, everything you could think of. But I know everyone's focus this weekend is going to be the Razorbacks and college football, and we have a very deep menu there as well. So dive on in. You're going to see player props for some games. You will see in-game betting for all the games you see posted. So it should be a great weekend.
Yeah, looking forward to the props.
Yeah,
that's always a fun thing.
That's great.
Zach Gillum, Director of Sports Wagering at Oaklawn and the Oaklawn Sports app. Zach, always appreciate it. We'll do it again next Friday. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Thank you, Zach.
Absolutely. You guys have a great weekend.
Man, I'm getting excited.
Well, I was listening to him, and I'm like, gosh, between Zach and Bart.
I mean, seriously, it's this is the time of year, and to have a weekend like this, the Labor Day weekend, and all these games. I didn't ask about Baylor Auburn tonight. What is the spread on that, Bart?
Baylor Auburn 2.5, I believe. Auburn is favored.
And do you have Baylor on the money line tonight?
I think that's where I will go. Yeah.
Baylor's going to win that game, I'll bet. Yeah,
I would assume so.
Any thoughts on Dave Aranda?
We should play that clip again from his
man. Yeah, Auburn 2.5-point favorite.
Wall Street.
Baylor 7 o'clock. That game on Fox.
What to watch brought to you by Macadoodles. If you're getting ready for a watch party, Macadoodles is the place to go. Nobody's got a better selection. Every Wednesday's Wind Down Wednesday, you get 15% off every bottle in the store, no matter if it's already on sale. And they got the best allocated section you're going to find. They've got spirit tasting on the weekends, but they've got wine tasting open to close every day. The customer service is why people go to Macadoodles. I mean, if you're looking for something, they'll help you put something together. They're going to carry it out to your vehicle. They're going to make sure you get what you came there for. Macadoodles is just north of Bella Vista, just north of the state line, and also at Guess Who in Bentonville. So, Bart, can you give us the game times one more time? We've done it all week. But let's get into what we're watching this weekend, starting tonight with the Auburn-Baylor game on Fox.
Yeah, Auburn-Baylor, 7 o'clock on Fox. Georgia Tech, Colorado in Boulder. That's at 7 on ESPN.
I skipped over App State. Dow Logan's head coaching debut tonight.
That's right.
Former Razorback at Charlotte, 6 o'clock on ESPN.
That's right. And then, obviously, just this weekend is going to be awesome, man. Texas, Ohio State. Unfortunately, that game kicks off at 11 a.m. on Fox. LSU.
Watch it before you go to the Razorback game.
That's when the big games are played, Bart.
No,
11 a.m.
No, it's not.
Prime time.
Big Ten ruining college football. Alabama and Florida State. That is at 2:30 on ABC. The big nightcap, LSU at Clemson, 6:30, also on ABC. Then we've got Sunday games, South Carolina, Virginia Tech at 2 on ESPN. Notre Dame, Miami, Sunday night, 6:30, ABC.
And the Fighting Bill Belichick's Monday night.
That's right. TCU, North Carolina is the Monday game. That's at 7 o'clock as well.
What a weekend.
Hell yeah.
What a time to be
Did
alive.
you mention the South Carolina Virginia Tech game
I
Sunday?
did.
Yeah,
He did.
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
What's the line on that game?
South Carolina, Virginia Tech is the Gamecocks favored by 8.
Wow.
If you're looking for high school information, sports, like we got football all over the state tonight. Varsity Vibe, Arkansas.com. Download the free newsletter there. Follow Varsity Vibe AR on all social media platforms and go to the podcast, Varsity Vibe, wherever you get podcasts, and also on YouTube if you want to keep up with what's going on as we head into a bunch of high school games tonight.
So you're telling me I can log on to Varsity Vibe
Arkansas.com
tonight, and everything I want to know about what's going on is going to be there.
Well, you go click on the newsletter, subscribe to that, and then you're going to get previews and after. But then tonight on social media, you'll have a bunch of score graphics and videos after the games.
Okay.
So if you're looking for a score where it's like an Easter egg hunt sometimes.
Right, it is.
Go to the Varsity Vibe social media channels, and you'll likely find what you're looking for.
Okay.
All right, it's 8:45. It is Friday morning. Good morning, the Chuck and Bo Show. If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's stunning to hear every 20 minutes a child is diagnosed with a critical illness. But we can help. Grant life-changing wishes with Waiters for Wishes and the Razorback men's basketball team. It's Tuesday, September 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Walk-Ons in Fayetteville. This private ticketed event lets you take photos, get autographs, challenge your favorite hog to a pop-a-shot, and bid on silent auction items, all benefiting Make-A-Wish Mid-South. Tables are limited and going fast, so reserve yours today at midsouth.wish.org.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal price check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
was on vacation last week, so I didn't go anywhere or do anything. That's the best vacation I've had in a long time.
Man.
Yeah, I don't want to even leave the house. I ain't got to.
That sounds like a dream come true for Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, when we talk about Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, the thing that you have to keep in mind, comfort and quality are well within reach. I mean, it's as simple as logging on to gopascal.com. They've been doing this in Northwest Arkansas for over 50 years. Homeowners trust them. World-class service. They do things differently. They do it right the first time. Premium service, expert installation, every detail matters with Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. No shortcuts, no surprises. Ask them about that plant protection program. Keeps you humming year-round. Hottest day of the summer, coldest day of the winter. You've got peace of mind, and you can have that too if you'll log on to gopascal.com.
Got a really nice treat this morning. Chris Harlan, CEO of Century Bank of the Ozarks, who's a big Razorback fan, in town for the weekend over from Mountain Home, and stopped by to say hi.
He did.
And we said, well, here we go. Let's get ready for the weekend. You excited?
I am very excited. I mean, I think it's going to be great. I think we're all ready for college football.
I mean, yeah.
So I think somebody said earlier Christmas morning or
that was Quinn.
Quinn
that
was
was
on
Quinn.
there. And it is. It feels like, Christmas time kind of deal here for all of us.
We've spent the whole summer talking about it, and now it's here.
It's here.
And what do you think
about the
asking
Hogs?
people, like, what's your vibe?
Yeah.
What's your feeling on the season overall?
I feel good about it. I bet the over.
There you go.
Hey,
A week or two ago.
Yeah.
Bet the over. Feel good about it. I think somebody said it, one of you guys said it, or on one of the shows a week or so ago. You take last year and you just a couple of games, 3-4 games were so, how many games were within one score? And you just get that one score, or you don't, you don't turn it over. Either you're about to score and you turn it over and don't get the score, or you turn it over, back on your own 5-yard line and they score and it just flips it. It's just that close.
Yeah, we've got high school football starting tonight. I want to thank you for helping out with Varsity Vibe and being a partner on that. We're going to be able to show a lot of videos. Fayetteville, Mountain Home, or a couple that they're a part of. Also, living in Mountain Home, you play at Big Creek Country Club, right?
Love Big Creek. We've been a part of Big Creek since the beginning. My dad, myself, and the bank as investors and so forth from the very beginning. And then, of course, a little over a year ago, that group that we were a part of sold to Clay and his group, and they're doing fantastic things there. All, doing a lot of improvements, both the course, the clubhouse, paint, everything. And it looks great out there. A lot of new lots for sale out there too. That we're still part of that group, and nice new lots coming online.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
it really is.
The
nice
neighborhood and the country club, beautiful place. By the way, no initiation fee if you're in town or out of town, and if you're an out of towner and you go to the Mountain Home area, the White River area, it's $185 a month to be a member. Use all those amenities, play golf whenever you want. And again, no initiation fee. A lot of clubs in Northwest Arkansas have a massive one and a waiting list right now. So if you want to get
an initiation fee.
That's what I mean, a massive initiation fee. Chris, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the bagel.
Good to see you,
You
Chris.
bet. Thank you, guys.
Chris
Go
Harlan
Hogs.
in studio. It's going to be a great Labor Day weekend. We'll be back to talk about it on Tuesday. Be safe, enjoy it, enjoy the games, and be ready for all those opinions on Tuesday. Chuck, have a great call.
Thank you.
Chuck and Bo Show.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest